it's the next level.
Hey, panelers, welcome back to the show. I'm Mark, and welcome to the 100th episode.
Crap.
I didn't know it was 100. Congratulations.
Yeah, it's very cool. I'm excited for this 100th episode that we're doing.
Amazing. My name's Ming Chen.
I'm Mike Zapcic, and I have no idea why the hell Steve's all excited now, because, I mean, we're your guests. So, like, we could have gotten someone good, but these guys were available.
Yeah.
Well, as you guys and you listeners know, those voices, those are the AMC comic book men, Mike Zapcic and Ming Chen. So thank you for listening, and thank you guys for being on the show.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, congratulations on 100 episodes. So few podcasts get to that magic 100 number. We've seen it all. Infighting, egos blowing up.
Egos in podcasting. Who would have known?
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Yeah, or just logistics. One guy moves away or he gets a job or something.
Gets a girlfriend and starts getting laed. The other one's like,
yeah, it's like, hey man, you want to come podcast?
We're talking about our lives, man. Come on.
Don't screw yourself, man.
How did you know?
That 100 number is very, very extremely hard to reach, especially for a format like podcasting where you're accountable for yourself. You're self-produced. You book your own guests. You pick your own topics. Yeah. You are held accountable for recording every week. And as you know, people are not very reliable.
Yeah. And also your fans are more apt to be calling you names if you miss a week. Hey, where the hell's your goddamn podcast?
Yeah, what happened?
Waiting.
It's stuck, man.
It's like, Dad, calm down. Holy crap.
We'll be back. We need vacation time too.
Seriously, what the hell? I just saw you last week for the barbecue.
Yeah. So again, congratulations. That's so cool.
It's like winning the Ironman triathlon. Or actually, no, not winning, finishing
I'll take
that Ironman triathlon.
Yeah.
Doing the 100, it's something to be proud of.
Thanks.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. We started, and Steve, I actually look back. It was way back in December 28th that I started, and that was before you came on.
Right.
That was we're coming on that 3 years doesn't happen until December 28th, but the fact that we actually achieved that moment is great, and that's why I wanted these two fellas on the show, because what better way to have a comic book based podcast about shows and movies that were changed from comics to that format, but have guys that were on a show about selling comics and has the same love as we do.
Steve, you're supposed to answer that question. Go ahead. Damn you.
It really is amazing though. I thank you guys so much again. And it's just, it is, I think Mark, when we started out, Mark was going through like 3 or 4 different people to be a co-host, and then like everybody started flaking on him, and I was the only one who would consistently come back every week. And after about, I think 2 months or so of me being the only one, I was like, can I just officially be called the co-host, man? And so Mark does a lot of the work. I credit, he is amazing. He does all the editing. All I do is sit here and talk into a microphone.
I feel you. And I'm sure Mark's like, you know what? When you earned it, Steve, you can call yourself a co-host when you've earned it. So, and believe me, I get you. I demanded it from him from day one.
One day it could happen, that magical day. So that's awesome. So
you were this close, Steve.
I think you've earned 100 episodes. I think what's the magic number?
Soon, Stevie.
Yeah, it's fun though. The idea of the podcasting and everything, and I take it from Kevin's advice way back when I started listening to Smodcast and all that. Just get together with a friend and have fun and just talk. And that's the reason why I started podcasting. And I just wanted to have fun and talk about the stuff I love, which are these comic book shows and movies.
Yeah, and I
So-
think to us, we would have all these conversations, but
Mhm.
we were never recording them. They would go out into the ether, never to be heard from again. And I'm like, man, what a waste, man. Our words are gold. What if we should be recording this?
Is that what you were saying?
Well,
Our
maybe
words are cold?
silver, maybe, or
Okay.
bronze, like really dull bronze. Yeah.
I don't know.
And I'm
I'm
like,
thinking like iron pyrite, but that's fine.
sure. Or what's the fool's gold called?
Iron pyrite.
Yeah, that is true.
Ta-da! That's
Ba-boom.
why I demanded host name right off the bat.
Yeah, so we've been kind of lucky. We've been, kind of documenting our dumb conversations for almost 10 years now.
Oh yeah.
And then we got to do it again on TV, which was kind of
Oh yeah.
kind of fun for the most part. Having to get married to you as Sue Storm and you as Reed Richards, not my proudest moment. I don't know. Like I could have done without that.
I got no
together.
problem with it.
But you
I
got
mean,
to drive the Batmobile, so
I was really pissed at the time. Yes, both of us got to drive the Batmobile. I love that thing. It drives like a parade float. I swear to God.
Really?
Oh my God. Oh,
Yeah.
it was, and this is something that they didn't show, but I was driving down with Brian in the Robin seat, and we were actually stealing the Batmobile. We were supposed to, drive down, then turn around and just do like a big circle.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, Brian, you want to go get some hot dogs? Because we were going to go. There's a hot dog truck. We were going to go and grab some hot dogs and just sit there eating hot dogs, leaning on the Batmobile and just have them. And so we go down there, and where the hot dog truck was, it's train tracks. And so everything comes down, and I'm like, son of a bitch. And they're like, and the guys in the back, the guys who were following us taping, they're like, turn the Batmobile around. And they've got, do not steal the Batmobile.
Do not get the hot dogs.
I'm like,
get the hot
and I'm like, no, we're getting the hot dogs, but the train is just like screwing with us. And then an 18-wheeler is making a left, and we're right there, and he's coming close. He's like, getting nervous yet? Getting nervous yet? Getting nervous yet? And I'm like, dude, you scratched this car. I'm bonded. You're not.
Right.
So you're going to be paying for it, or your company will, and then your ass is fired.
Yep.
So am I worried?
Exactly.
No. Hit me. Go to town, because that would have been awesome. That would have gotten us so much publicity.
Oh, definitely.
Comic book man Rex Batmobile. I could have dealt with it.
What a great headline.
Yeah. And with that, we have a few questions based upon the show itself, because you guys definitely had a good time, filming that
God,
stuff. Yeah. The only thing is, being someone that has been to the stash where you guys filmed, and it is a functioning comic book shop, ladies and gentlemen that are listening. Yeah, it is an actual shop, and I've been there, and I've been a patron. The store is not as large as it looks like on the show. How was that done? Were things moved around? Because I've noticed when I go in there, it's kind of like you gotta walk past a few people and things of that nature.
Didn't you know that? Camera at 10 feet.
Oh, yeah. And
Yeah, I mean, things are always bigger on movies or TV. The Quick Stop is the prime example from Clerks.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've been there, but if the first time I stepped in there, I'm like, where's the rest of it?
Yeah.
This is it.
It's like,
I
oh
looked
my
around.
God, this is a coffin.
Yeah, it looked
Exactly.
huge, in the movie. And I mean, I wouldn't call it the stash a small store. Do you even know the square footage? Like, I'm bad with things
No,
like that.
I can't tell you that.
Like-
but I mean, we have high ceilings, and it's
Yeah.
long. It's not wide. It's about 20 feet across by like 120.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. I noticed that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's it's long and thick. So there you go.
And the basement
Oh,
is scary.
Basement's disgusting. Don't ever go in the basement.
Yeah, I think prior to filming, they put up a lot of lighting, so it's way brighter
That
in
too.
there.
Yeah, it
than
is.
would normally, which the lighting was nice. I wish we could have kept it, but they were like, you know how much we're paying per day for these lights?
Yeah, it's like
You
10 grand a day. I'm like,
Can't afford
wow,
it.
never mind. Thank you.
Yeah, wow, no wonder they look so nice. I think they took out some of the back issue shows that we had.
They did. And they made it a
okay.
little more spacious.
Yeah, and then from season 1 to season 2, you'll notice we got a brand new counter, which is
where our back issues used to be,
Yeah.
and then
Yes.
they yanked it and just put that new fake counter back there,
Yeah,
Mhm.
shiny.
which is still there.
Yeah, I saw you have like toys and stuff on there.
We
right?
do, and a vagrant living back there, so it's pretty cool.
Is it Brian?
No, it's another one of Wall Tires, but
Yeah.
Oh, get him. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
The infamous get him. So yeah, it's not huge in there. But I would
No.
say I wouldn't call it a small shop either.
No, we're not a small shop. I've seen small shops. It's bigger than St. Mark's up in New York, and isn't St.
Yeah.
Mark's
It's not there anymore.
done?
yeah, it's gone. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. How
Did
weird.
did you guys script out when you're doing your conversations around the table, the four of you? Was that scripted out, or did you guys just
No,
you just free
absolutely
floated?
nothing scripted. Everything was. I mean, they would throw scenarios at us. Like which sitcom mom would you want to have as your mother? And then they'd throw it, and we'd.
That sounds
No.
like something you probably did come up with.
Yeah. And it actually made it. I think it did.
Who did I?
think so, it did.
Somebody
Mrs.
probably
Brady?
Carol Brady.
yeah,
I think
we
it was
got some Carol Brady's.
The Bewitched. Somebody
I
from
think-
Bewitched, maybe.
I think that Walt wanted Mrs. C. Hey.
Yeah, Mrs.
Yeah,
Carter,
yeah.
June Cleaver. I mean, there are
Yeah,
a lot of good.
of course,
sitcom
And the
moms.
Partridge
No,
Family.
You know, you
Mom,
said
yeah.
Wilma. No, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute.
Brian
oh my
say Wilma
God.
Flintstone?
No, hold on a second.
Betty Rubble?
You said Carol Brady,
Okay, yeah.
and because we were talking about, and you said something about like, so what if I wanted to bang her? Because we said,
Sure.
we were, and you're
Wasn't
like,
that the question?
yeah, and no. The question was, who would you want as your sitcom
Oh,
mom?
right.
You
Turned it
defended
around,
it,
That's right.
and you're like, yeah, she's my mom, but I'll bang her. And
Right. You guys are like, ew. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, it's Mr. Brady. What the
yeah,
hell?
yeah,
Or-
it's Miss-
There was some of that going on in that show too out here, so and behind the
Oh,
scenes.
yeah. He actually got crabs from Mayor Lindsay up in New York. Yeah, she had an affair with when Mayor Lindsay was the mayor of New York, and he gave her crabs.
That's a true story.
It's a true story. It was in her memoirs, and I'm like, wow, Carol Brady with crabs, unbelievable.
Well, had I known that, I wouldn't have picked her. I guess.
Yeah, well, I'm sure she got rid of him, Ming. She
Definitely.
But though I mean, nothing was really scripted.
No, nothing was scripted.
Um,
They threw scenarios at us. Even the stuff that we would do, like go to like the Bodner's auction where Ming and I lost. I mean, that wasn't scripted, but I mean, there was some stuff that
Well, the flea market one too. Yeah, the flea
Oh my
market one.
God. That flea market, that guy who came up to Brian
Mhm.
After he broke my plates.
after he
yeah.
broke the plates, that was legit.
yeah.
I
that-
believe
yeah.
it.
Wow.
He's like, that ain't right. He's like, I'm from Texas. That ain't right. And I'm like, I'm from Jersey, and go talk to him.
Yeah, I love it. He was like, you don't treat these people like
Yeah.
that. I'm like, these
Well,
people?
yeah.
Like, what does that
What
mean?
the hell does that mean?
I'm like, you don't shut up. He's sticking up for you.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, exactly. And then Brian was like about to like puff up, and then he's like, "This guy could break me in half."
Yeah, this guy probably survived like K-Sod and for those
Corona.
tiger pens and POW camp. Like, you don't want to.
He was over there like carving up punji sticks.
Yeah, I remember he ended up stopping in the store years later. He was like, "Hey man, everything going good? Are you all right? Are you still okay?" Like, I'm like, "I'm good."
Now, that guy got me to almost kill myself. Can you go after him again?
Yeah.
What was your favorite episode to film?
Oh.
I mean, do we got to take out Stan Lee, right?
Yeah, you have to
Take out
you
the
gotta-
2 times that Stan Lee.
Actually, you
came
got to
in.
take out Stan and the Batmobile race.
That was
So we'll take out those two because it was Adam West and it was Stanley. I mean, those are two of the most iconic people that you'll ever meet. in
Definitely.
comics, when it comes to comics. So I'm gonna say my favorite one to film was I'm gonna say Wild West City was one of them. It was up there because that was a lot of fun. We went to it's up in
Northern New Jersey.
Northwest New Jersey. Pardon me, called Wild West City, and it's the city that's running wild. It's an old, like you go to again the Brady Bunch. You know, when they
yeah.
Canyon.
yeah, they
It
went
was
to
like
the Grand
that.
Canyon and they went to that city, the ghost
Yeah.
town.
Yeah.
It's sort of a ghost town because there weren't a lot of people there.
Yeah, I mean, who runs a Wild West themed like park when you have like Disneyland and great
And
you know,
great
Six
adventure.
Flags,
Yeah.
and you're paying almost as much to get in. And
Yeah.
like, what kid is really cares about cowboys and Indians? And stuff
yeehaw.
anymore?
Not too many anymore. You know?
Nah.
But they had, you know, they had like the saloon, the jail.
Yep.
They would have like every hour in the hour there'd be like a train robbery or like a shootout.
Yeah, stagecoach robbery.
Stagecoach robbery and a shootout. You get sarsaparillas and like,
Yeah,
it was. I mean,
it was so corny that I thought it was awesome.
and yet they're still there. Yeah. They
Mhm.
say they have found some way to survive.
I did probably
And,
off of the comic book man's back. But to be 100% honest, the pop vinyl episode.
Funko, yeah.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
We went to Everett, Washington, and that was
That was
how long
fun.
were we in town?
I mean, less than 48
We
hours.
flew into Everett, Washington from New Jersey, and then we flew back out, and we were there for less than 2 days.
Yeah.
It was like,
Wow.
whoa, we didn't have a chance to get jet lag.
Yeah. I was like, we ain't paying for another night of hotel. Get out of here. Get out.
Seriously, you guys blew your budget on that legal weed.
Yeah.
That was fun though. Getting a whole
He's like, yeah, legal weed.
store launch, getting
Yeah.
our own pop figures and
Legal weed.
Getting legal weed was good. Yeah, for sure. That was fun. There was an episode where me and Mike did a zombie 5K.
That was
Yeah.
also fun.
Yeah.
There's a Rocky 3 style training montage in there, and I'm like,
Yeah, I remember it.
yeah, like,
That
we
was
got to
great.
do it. We got to do it.
Yeah, and we like amped up the homoeroticism because Brian was our trainer. So
But I guess be Carl Weathers for a second though, man.
Yeah.
A little Apollo Creed action, which was
Nice.
cool. Yeah, I mean those movies are so iconic to us. So that was fun, and we got to run. It was kind of like an adventure show at that point where they had cameras following us,
Yeah.
running around, being chased by zombies in the middle of nowhere in Pennsylvania.
yeah, it was actually outside of Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
It was where they filmed. It was Evans City where they filmed the original Night of the Living Dead.
Cool.
And we actually we didn't film in there, but I took my family.
You went to the mall.
We went to the Monroeville Mall, but I also went to the cemetery where they're coming to get you, Barbara.
Yeah.
Where Johnny was dicking around with his sister and got his ass beat by a zombie.
Well, did people that came into the store actually, to sell or buy, did they call ahead to set that up, or is that something that was set up within the scripting?
They had to go through a casting company. So
Okay.
we had a casting company. When I said that, everything was real, everything was unscripted, nothing. We had no scripts. I mean, you would see them online if we had scripts. We would have signed them and sold them
Exactly.
Right.
because, we're no longer on the air, so we have to make money somehow. But yeah, they would get into. They did it at Comic Cons a lot. Like, sell your stuff at the secret stash on.
Oh, yeah, I
When
remember
they had a
that.
casting company, they would go to Comic Cons and look for people who might have cool things that they wanted to buy or sell. There was a website set up. I wonder if it's still up. It was comicbookmancasting.com was the website, and you could go and submit if you thought you had something you could buy or sell.
And you had a good personality, and that's what they look for a lot. That's why a lot of people didn't. If you're sitting there going, they never called me back. It's like they're
Yeah, I remember one of you saying on a podcast that you never knew you knew something was coming in, but they never told you in advance what
Right.
what
No.
it was. So it was your reactions were real when you saw
Yeah.
whatever it was they were bringing in.
Yeah. Like if it was like G.I. Joe or Transformers or anything from the 80s, basically, I'd be
yeah.
like, oh my God, I haven't seen this in 20, 30 years. Mike, if like Star Trek Migos came or any Migos came
yeah,
in,
Migos
for that
or anything
matter.
from like the 60s or 70s. I had 5 older brothers, so I was conversant with. I got all their hand down toys, so I was conversant with like Captain Action and stuff, which they never gave us because at the beginning of every season we would put together a wish list.
That's
what we
cool.
wanted to see, and
Yeah,
they
like,
would
hey,
actually go out fishing.
yeah,
for
let's
that
go
stuff.
see if we can find this. And for the most part, they did a pretty good job.
They did an all right job. They didn't do a great job.
They found all my stuff.
Yeah, well, you only had like 4 things. So I wanted to see the Mego Wayne Tower, which I always wanted as a kid, but they, my parents are like, "You're kidding? That's that's almost $30. No way. I'm like,
Yeah, I know that feeling.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about. We can never afford.
now
our
it's
own-
like $1,500, and I'm like, God damn you, Dad.
Yeah, well, that's like with me seeing Ming get the USS Flag for his
Oh,
house.
man.
Of course,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm
I
still
wonder if
jealous, dude.
$89.95.
Yeah, retail for $89.95, but the GI Joe figures were $3 at most.
Yeah,
Even
I think they were $1.98
Yeah.
if you were a smart
if
shopper.
you were smart, you went to a good place, or if you just went directly to KB, they would jack
or
up.
Toys R Us, and they
Toys
would
R
have
Us.
like deals like 2 for like whatever $3, something like that.
Yeah, so in a world where they were $2-3 at $89.99 toy 7-foot aircraft carrier didn't fly in my family, so
Yeah, well, I would never have flown in my.
Yeah.
yeah. So I did,
I think
But
the most expensive thing I ever got was the Castle Grayskull, the one that
Oh,
opened
yeah.
up and
Yeah.
you could play in it. So
yeah, the drawbridge, all that stuff, man. That was that. I mean, that's still that Castle Grayskull still holds up. I'm not even a big He-Man fan, but that thing, man,
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That was
Yeah.
one of the coolest toys ever made for sure.
yeah.
But yeah, you know what? Sometimes if you didn't get that toy initially, you can get it 30 years later. I'm proof positive.
But for
5 times what it.
200,000 times.
Exactly, dude.
I got a good deal with it.
You
Yeah,
did,
it
you
was
got-
only 5.5 times what I should have paid for it in 1984. And then so I'm looking for one in box now, which is easily 10 to
my
15
God.
grand, depending on the condition.
Oh,
Yeah.
definitely.
What a great feeling that would be to get it. And presumably I'd have enough money where I didn't care about paying 10 or 15 grand, and be like, yo, Mike, you want to put this together? Like opening it,
Oh,
everything's
yeah.
still in, like all the stickers are
Talk
still,
about
on
like
there.
an unboxing.
yeah, yeah,
Like a rat jumps out as soon as you open the damn thing up.
yeah. That's
Got
that's
feces all over the place. Yeah.
That actually happened to me one time
What?
when I was like, yeah. Do you remember the $6 Million Man dolls that Kenner put out?
Yeah, I had one.
They were huge. Yeah, they were great, weren't they?
No,
They were amazing.
with the skin that folded down, you could
Oh,
see
yeah.
it. Yeah.
I actually
So-
met the guy that you guys sold that to at a con like a month later.
Probably trying to sell it.
I know.
I was like 7 or 8 years old when that came out, and I was in, I think it was an A&P, and I can say that now because they're out of business. And it was an A&P over in Marlboro, and my mom was shopping, and I went over to the toy aisle. They had like that little section that's like that big of toys, and I'm like, oh, cool. And I see the $6 Million Man. I'm like, oh my God, he's wearing a fur coat, and a rat jumped out, ran up
in
my
the
arm.
grocery store.
The grocery store ran out.
Wow.
It jumped on me. I'm like, mother, and I turned white. I'm like, oh, and pardon my French, but it fucked me up. I was like, holy shit. And I walked over to my mom, and I'm like this, and I'm completely white. She's like, what happened? And I'm like, rat. And she's like, what? And went over, and she looks at the box, and it was chewed up in the back. And she pushed the card away, went up to the manager, says, I'm calling the Better Business Bureau. I'm calling up the Department of Health. You're getting shut down. And we walked out of there. I'm like, for like 2 days. Like,
Oh man.
and didn't stop me from going around looking at boxes and stuff.
Oh, of course.
I do it now. So,
Probably could have negotiated for that figure.
yeah.
got
Well, I
out
mean,
of
his face was half gnawed off. He looked like Harvey Dent.
Special edition.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. I'm like, oh, cool. It must be like Parka Steve Austin. That's great. Yeah.
Well, you didn't get like the bubonic plague, or you didn't get
No
rabies.
bites,
Okay,
no
thank-
nothing.
thank
I
goodness.
think I scared the shit out of it more than it scared
Sure.
the shit out of me. Probably ran to its rat dad and was like, there was a human.
Turned him white, probably.
Yeah. White guy. Very good.
So we had a few questions about the stash and everything that's been going on with the pandemic.
Yeah.
So you guys have been doing a lot behind the scenes through the website. I've seen you on Twitter. You're pushing the curated boxes, which I purchased, and on top of that, you guys.
all right?
Oh yeah, I got it. It's great. I
You were
think
happy?
Adam set it up.
That is
Wait, so you
Seriously,
weren't.
so you're not happy.
So you're not happy.
No, I'm
kidding.
good. I'm good. It was good.
Okay.
I
Okay.
got some cool stuff, so I'm happy.
Are
I'm just
you-
glad that I paid for the cause.
Thank you. Yes,
He
it
doesn't
actually,
sound that happy.
no. What did
No,
get him put in?
I got a lot of cool
Was
things.
there a rat in there? Did it jump up your arm?
No.
Did it walk up to your arm?
I thought
Am
I
I
saw a
gonna hear
tooth, but
being
it's
born
okay. But you guys have been doing a lot.
$1 million man's face half chewed off.
Exactly. But you guys
Right,
have been
so-
doing a lot to prep for everything coming back, and we're recording this Saturday, the 14th in June, and you guys are prepping to open up pretty much tomorrow. So,
Monday, yeah.
so how's the stash looking? What are people looking to encounter? Because my comic shop, I live in Dutchess County, New York. I used to live in Staten Island. I lived there for 28 years, first 28 years of my life. So I'm a Jim Hanley fan and kid that so I moved up here, and I started going to Cave Comics in Newtown, Connecticut, which is not too far from where I live. It's a stone's throw from where I work. But the thing is that they started about 2 weeks ago. Now they were getting delays in their comics, so there was like a day or two where they couldn't get them on Wednesday. Now, are you guys prepped and had everything ready for your pull lists and your patrons?
We've been pulling. Our pigeons are. Wow, that's awesome. We've been getting our stuff for about the past 3 weeks, 3 or 4 weeks. However long Diamond's been putting them out, and we've been pulling for our reservists, and just I did curbside service for a couple of our reservists, and we're just waiting for people to start coming back in.
Awesome.
And the place smells terrific.
Yeah, that's what you've been doing, cleaning, right? You've been
Cleaning,
wiping
actually,
things down.
no, cleaning and packing boxes, for God's sake.
Right.
But yeah, we like steam the entire place. I shampooed the rugs. We wiped everything down with bleach and bleach emollients, and we did a lot. We did a lot of dusting. There's stuff that hasn't been cleaned. I mean, because it's 18 feet up in the air. Clean the old quick sign. So
You went up, you wiped it down.
I did. I went up there and I was like, "Hey, never know where COVID's gonna hide." So
Right.
I'm up there with my bleach patches. So.
Did there was one episode where we buy this giant Darth Vader helmet, and we ended up
Yes,
hanging
I
it
had
up.
to go and dust that.
You dusted that because there was
Son.
literally, it looked like an inch of dust on
It
that
is,
thing.
yeah. Actually, and I'm sure there was like there was a bird living up in
Probably.
in the head. So
That's
it
cool.
was a Woody Woodpecker.
Has Walt been into the actual shop since, or no?
Oh yeah. Walt's been there. Walt's been doing some stuff. Walt had to curate boxes.
Yeah, I think. Like you never really left. You were in there almost
No,
every day.
I was in
Even,
every day, at least for part of the day. I wasn't there for like the full 8 hours, but I was there for like 3 or 4. And we had consistency going.
Yeah.
We were taking phone calls. We were telling people what was what.
Yeah, and I know we didn't leave. You lost no reservists because
No,
Kevin ended up buying their whole
Yeah.
pull list.
Kevin
at
bought
one point.
people's
Wow.
I don't know if you heard that, but
Yeah.
No, that's
That's
cool.
pretty
and
cool.
people are like, "Hey, can I be a reservist? And can I get my free comic book?"
No, it's not free comic book day.
Yeah, it doesn't work that way. Sorry, buddy.
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
thinking you didn't get any calls going, "Hey, you know what? I'm gonna cancel my pull list now."
Yeah.
And I was
No.
like, "You can't
No.
do that. And the dude just bought you
Dude just bought you. Like,
your backlog."
exactly. The 3
Yeah.
months that didn't
Yeah.
show up, dead.
I thought that was a cool story, though. I was like, "Wow, that's a pretty cool move."
Yeah, and I'm kidding. Then all of our reservists are amazing. I think there's only one guy who has a special arrangement with us that he only goes out every 3 months. So it's pretty cool.
That's cool. So you guys are all set. So basically, you're ready to face this new world that we're going into. I've
Yeah,
been
look,
working
I
it
never
normally,
stop.
but
But yeah,
And I drove by today. I saw you put a big sign on the door, like everyone must wear a mask.
you got to wear a mask.
There's a little picture of a mask on there.
Yeah, that was yeah.
Steve, did you have any questions?
No, I asked mine in at the beginning. I kind of jumped the gun a little bit to get
Oh,
into
no,
talking.
cut
But
that
I do
back.
find it interesting how different places are opening up differently. Like I live in Oklahoma, and I've commented this to Mark often. Is the entire population of my state is less than some of these cities that have like Los Angeles and Chicago. So
Right.
obviously our opening up is going to be different from other places opening up. But I
Right.
think there's definitely a new normal that we're settling into.
Yeah, I think the comic shop though, man. I mean, I'm hoping people missed not being there.
They did. Actually, we had I left the front door open a couple times, and people like, "Hey, you guys open?" It's like, no, but come on in.
Yeah.
So.
Nice.
Yeah.
Seriously, I should have walked in behind him, and then hey, he pulled a Sweeney Todd.
Right. Or
awesome, right? Selling meat next door to Surf Taco.
Right. Or you must spend this much before you can leave.
Yeah, right.
Like, hey man, you came in here, so
yeah. This is a social contract. You came in. I want your wallet.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. But I read an article, I think it was in the Austin Statesman. It was about someone going, hey, all right, I can't get my comics every Wednesday, but that's not why I really go. I'll go and buy my books, but I really go to interact with the people I see there each week and to argue with them or to agree with them or basically what we did on Comic Book Man. He saw it as kind of like Cheers, like a neighborhood bar.
It was Cheers for nerds.
Yeah.
So
and how
which I count myself one. So
sure.
I'm not slamming nerds.
Yeah. You're the Cliff Clavin or the.
Am I the Cliff Clavin? I would like to think I'm the same alone. I think I got the nice hair for it.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, you can throw a baseball.
I can throw a baseball. I'm not quite as dumb as
I think you would be the Sam Malone. Good analogy, but that's what his article is based on. I'm like, yeah, man, he's right. There's that's something we've been missing for a long time, and it'd be nice to get it back.
It would be, and you know what? If any of this, like, if we could expand the store and just put a bar in there.
Yeah, I know, right? Great. Yeah, unfortunately, the very tough laws of New Jersey.
I know.
Very expensive liquor licenses of New Jersey. They're about $250,000 for one. Plus, you have to go and get insurance. So.
It's not a bad idea. You think a looser state like Texas or Florida, like something like that, could fly?
Damn straight it could.
Bar.
Why not?
Yeah.
I mean, hey, Neil's Bar in
Houston, Texas. That's a geek bar for sure. It's probably one of the closest things. But yeah, what that would be fun, man.
I mean, I'm the one who came up with. This is years before it happened, but Suds and Duds. I wanted to make like a bar inside of a laundromat.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
You get
now they have barber shops now that you can drink a beer and you can get your hair cut. When they're open.
Okay, and you don't really want to trust a dude who's had a couple of beers to give you a straight razor shave. Now,
I think it was customers. I think it was customers drinking, not the help.
Well, it's like, hey, that was real nice. How about I buy you a shot?
Yeah.
So you're drunk for the next guy,
right?
So obviously we are a podcast that does like comic book related movies and stuff like that. Do you have?
I would hope.
I hope so. We've done a variety of few that I've actually reviewed. Condor Man of all things.
We did.
Condor Man.
It's great. That's a snapshot. Came out in the early 80s. I believe.
Wasn't it 78?
Was that early?
It was like at least 80.
Yeah, I can't remember now when we did it. 82, I think. I want to say, Mark.
Yeah, I think so.
It was Disney, right?
Yeah, it was a Disney movie that was made specifically as a comic book movie. It was funny.
I remember seeing commercials at the time I thought were awesome as a 6-year-old. And I remember my mom wouldn't take me, and how disappointed I was. So I didn't see it in the theater.
I had gotten burned by Hero at Large, so I was like,
John Ritter,
Bert Convey, and Archer. It was amazingly hot.
Yeah.
So,
but
I got burned by that. I'm like, screw that noise.
Yeah, we love to talk about it. I have my top 3 favorite so far, and so does Steve. Do you have any 3 favorite movies that came out over the years? And this could go broad,
comic book movies or
only
movies?
3.
Comic book
movie.
movie.
Yeah, comic book movies. If we limited it to that, would that help?
Top three, go for it.
All right, I'll go Captain America.
Jeez, we only get
Winter
three.
Soldier. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Captain America Winter. I'm gonna keep this as like Superman 2.
Which version? The
And
Donner
third
cut?
one is, then let's do Superman the Donner cut. If that's on the table, I'll take it because it's 1 and 2 together. I love that.
Yeah.
And the third one, Road to Perdition.
Oh, I forgot about that one.
Deep cut, man. Went for
Deep
deep
cut.
cuts.
That's a curveball, but what's his face? Sam? Not Sam Raimi. I don't.
Darkman. Oh, that
Wasn't
awesome.
Sam Raimi? I thought it was Sam Mendes, but I can't remember who directed that. But he did they did a great job on that movie. That's one that.
What, Road to Perdition?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
one
it's
you
amazing.
don't hear on people's list, but
Mhm.
it should be.
No, not on
that-
comic book lists. It's
yeah.
on other people's lists because I mean, we're supposed to. It was one of my father's favorite movies.
Mhm.
That and Shawshank Redemption, and my father, while not being as harsh as some of my peers, for my comic book reading or, choice of reading, because I was a big Stephen King fan as well. He, was like, well, it's just stop reading that macabre crap and read some really good stuff. I'm like, what's your favorite movie? He's like, why, The Shawshank Redemption, of course. It's like, did you know?
He didn't know.
He did not know.
He didn't know it was.
No.
Yeah, directed by
Wow.
Sam Mendes.
You just reminded me too. Wasn't History of Violence? Wasn't that a graphic novel before it was a movie?
was. Yes, it
Yeah,
was.
so that's another good one that would be a deep cut. Now I have to put that on my list. I don't know.
Nice. Or maybe your honorable mentions.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Ming, you're
That's a good list. I mean, I gotta go. Number one's gotta be the first Iron Man. I mean, not only
It's a
that, I
classic.
kind of kick everything off, but that I think even Kevin mentioned it the other day. He's like, "Man, this is one of the most perfect
Yeah.
movies." And there's that one part where the dude in the cave, he's like, "Don't waste your life,"
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
that
Like, thank you for saving me. He's like, don't waste your life.
don't waste your life, and everything from the beginning to even the end credits of
Yeah.
Iron Man. It's
The end. I'm actually the after credits. I mean,
Yeah,
that
and the
after credits
after
scene
credits.
was amazing.
yeah,
Oh, definitely.
and had that one not, if that one flopped, or if Favreau just didn't
Didn't deliver.
do what he did with it, or if
If a lesser filmmaker had it in his hands.
right, or a lesser movie company was like, oh, we don't get it, like, let's just sell toys. I mean, any
Yeah.
number of things could have gone wrong.
Oh, they sold toys. Man.
They sold
They sold
toys, yeah.
it. Yes, they did.
And not only that, but that's one you could show to anybody, and they're like,
Right.
oh wow, I love the Marvel Cinematic Universe now.
Yeah.
And that's tough to do. Make something that everybody can
Of
enjoy
course.
and like and really really get into. That one, yeah, that's amazing.
Mhm.
Somebody asked me yesterday, like, well, which one do you like better, Infinity War or Endgame? And that's where I'm at
Mhm.
for the number 2 movie. There's so many great moments. Infinity War, when they're in the Edinburgh train station and they reveal Cap has come back.
That was great.
That's
man.
that's awesome. But the Avengers Assemble scene in Endgame, like, you can't
Yeah.
beat that. That was like our pages come to life.
Of course,
basically.
and that cute little thing between Captain Marvel and Spider-Man's like, hey, Peter Parker,
Yeah.
you got something for me?
Yeah.
That was very cute. I was like, aw.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
sweet. Yeah.
That number 3 though, and that's
You got
That's
to think outside the box, man.
that's
What about
yeah,
Blade?
Blade is good. I love the Blood Rave in the beginning.
Damn straight.
I-
Tracy Lords.
I think
Who knew she could act?
yeah, I think the only thing I just really love about Blade was whatever the blood tomb or whatever at the end isn't in the middle of Los Angeles, right?
I know.
I'm
Yeah.
like, come on, it's
Yeah,
in,
I know.
like they're closer to
Oshkosh.
Romania
Yeah.
or New Jersey even. So I mean, I do love Blade. I don't, but not as much as like Superman 2 would is
There you go. Yeah, you can say Superman too, or you can say the Donner cut.
that. My dad took me to Superman 2, and I think they literally changed my life.
Yeah,
And I remember the movie. I love the movie. I remember when he gets his powers stripped.
Yep.
And he goes to that diner, I guess in Alaska or whatever. And that
Yeah,
dude kicks his ass.
that's,
And I remember how bad I felt for him because I
Of
knew,
course
like,
you do.
all of a sudden he was vulnerable like me. He was
Uh-huh.
mortal. was like, and the other guy was acting like a jerk, like Brian Johnson.
Yeah, he was a big dick.
Yeah, yeah, and I knew what it was like being like a smaller kid. I was like, well, how do you? And I was like, how's he gonna get out of this? But that one scene where he throws, I think it's Zod, right? Where he throws through that neon Coke sign,
Yes.
and it explodes. That blew my mind as a kid.
Yeah.
Man. I was like, holy,
Yeah.
God, this is a movie.
There were some really cool little scenes in that, especially when he uses his heat vision. Oh no, he doesn't use his heat vision. Zod tries to use his heat vision on him, and he like grabs the mirror,
Yeah,
and flashes it back at him.
Mhm.
And it was a solar cane ad that billboard
right.
that it just like exploded into, and you're like, wow, that's solar cane.
Yeah.
And the little dog like tugging down the girl's shorts.
Right,
So
right. That's
I'm like, that's a cute little nod.
yeah, for sure. So yeah, I think I gotta
Superman too?
I gotta go
Gotcha.
Superman too. I'm God, there's so many great ones though.
I'm telling
There's
you.
so many great ones.
Awesome. That is cool. Can you guys talk to us about your shared universe?
Take a look around. This is our shared universe.
I mean, it all started from Kevin, who started podcasting in 2007. He dragged us kicking and screaming into it
Yeah.
a couple years later when he was simply like, I want you guys to start a podcast. And I'm like, what? It didn't strike me as a thing that we would do. For him, it was obvious. He loves to talk. He loves no rules. He loves to swear. And on top of all that, he's a great storyteller. And then on top of that, he was famous already. So
Yeah,
him
and-
launching a podcast.
Yeah, he had a built-in audience, and two, he also had really cool stories to
Yeah.
tell.
Mhm.
Because
Very true.
I'm not going out to cocktail parties with Jack Nicholson.
Right. I didn't go to an AIDS benefit where Michael Keaton was there and Michael Keaton complimented me on my Batman like vest.
Yeah, nobody complimented me on those vests that
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was wearing all that time.
Yeah, like almost everything Kevin does can be turned into a podcast.
Sure.
Like, that's just how it is. So I'm like, well, I was a guy who would upload his podcast on iTunes. So I'm like, why do you want me to start a show? Why do you want us to start a show? We're a bunch of nobody. You know what?
I
we're-
was the guy who didn't even know how to listen to a podcast.
Yeah.
So
we're like, we're known for working for you.
right.
That's what we're known for.
And he's like, well, then guess what? It's now your job to go and podcast. And we did. We did I Sell Comics. And he also had us subbing for him on Fridays.
yeah, we did a morning show. Kevin
Yeah.
Kevin would do a 2-hour morning show every morning, way back in 2011, I want to say.
Yeah.
And he could only keep that up for so long before that. I think there was one week where he went off to Italy for a film festival, and he had us fill in.
Yeah.
And that was kind of like where he was like, "Hey, you guys work pretty well together. You guys should really launch a whole thing." And I'm like, "We can't. We don't do this."
And like, no, you do now.
Yeah, you do now because I'm telling you to
Because
do
I'm
it.
telling you to do it. I
And-
need some content, so do it.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
And we were just like, what do we about what? What do you want us to talk about? He's like, what do you want to talk about?
Yeah.
Like comics and
It's like morons. You work in a comic
Yeah.
store.
talk about and talk about pop culture and talk about all
Holy
that.
crap.
Talk about the stuff that you love.
Do I have to think of everything?
It didn't occur to us though.
Yeah, that's very cool.
I'm busy writing. I'm busy directing. I've got to act. I've got to go
I
do
set
shows.
up a whole network. I'll
Seriously.
promote it for you. Like what? All you have to do is record it. We're like, oh,
Yeah,
man,
he's
I
like,
don't
I'm
know
not
if I
going to
can
beg
do
you again.
Yeah. Yeah.
He didn't beg us at all. It was funny because, yeah, if we had said no,
I mean, we
no,
Yes.
there's no, you don't
Termination.
say no to Kevin Smith.
termination
Right.
might have been
I-
possible.
I
I don't know.
can't even imagine saying no to Kevin.
Yeah,
Smith.
Yeah.
I think that's what it boiled
Yeah.
down to. So
You can't say no to him.
yeah, but once we so we went in the back of the comic book store. We set up on an old poker table
Yep.
that was back there. That you
I see it.
Yeah.
Book Man.
And this is before Comic Book
Yeah.
Men. So this is what we were doing before Comic
Yeah.
Book Men, which I think gave us a leg up when it came to the actual show. Because
Yeah.
you have to think on your
Yeah.
feet when you're on. You guys know you're podcasting. You have to think on your feet.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
we used to go live,
Yeah,
which is that's like working without a net. So,
Exactly.
Did you guys have to pitch that show to AMC, or did Kevin pitch that, or how did
Uh,
that?
There was no real pitch. AMC went to Kevin.
Okay.
And they're like, we've got this Walking Dead phenomenon going, and it's based on a comic book. So how do we keep these people around?
yeah. How do we keep these?
Yeah.
How do we keep that? How do we keep these idiots around?
How do we
man?
keep these nerds?
These nerds?
Yes.
How do we keep them
I don't want
watching our
them
network?
wrecking the joint.
I was, all right, wait, let's make more nerd stuff.
Yeah, make more nerd stuff.
Make more nerd
and
stuff.
then let's go to the king of the nerds, Kevin Smith.
Yeah,
What
I think the story was like, well, yeah, let's make more nerd stuff. All right, great. What's that? We're
Yeah,
like, we don't
They
know.
had no clue.
Well,
so.
then who do we ask? Well, let's go to the king nerd himself, Kevin Smith, and they did. And I believe he basically just told him, like, hey, man, you know that show Pawn Stars? Why don't you take that and put it inside a comic book shop?
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
That was basically that was his pitch.
Instead of having, all that shit that nobody gives a rat's ass about, give nerds something to love. It's
Right.
like, oh God, I haven't
Something
seen
we
that.
care about.
A stretch
Exactly.
Armstrong. Holy crap. Lunch boxes. I
Yeah.
wanted that when I was a kid.
Yeah, for sure. And
Now, there's a great question for your next guest. What lunch box did you have as a child?
so that's how the show came about. But on the show, we're depicted podcasting in between the scenes. You
Yeah.
see us nerds sitting
Right.
around a table talking into microphones.
Rather than the OTFs, the on the flies that,
Yeah,
well,
we
I
got
came
talking
into
head.
Jay and Silent Bob's Secret Stash because, well, I needed the money. It's like, you're in Vegas. Why are you at the pawn
Right.
shop? Well,
I don't know. I thought we had fun.
my underwear and my shoes are the only two things I got left today, except for this Civil War cannon. It's like lost at the crap tables, eh?
Yeah, and I think a lot of people when Comgwen premiered in 2012, I think a lot of people were like, "What are they doing? Why are they talking into microphones?
Yeah, why
What-
didn't?
Is this
Yeah.
some kind of like radio show?" And and we would mention podcasting. So I
Right.
think we introduced a lot of people to podcasting by that. And if you look back then, I don't think anybody had depicted podcasting on TV,
No.
in
Nope.
movies, nowhere. I'm pretty
No.
sure we were the first. So
Underground radio stations, yes.
Yeah.
Podcasting, absolutely.
I thought, yeah. So I
not.
thought that was cool. So as we went on, I think we always kind of joked around about opening up some kind of like classroom
Yeah.
or studio.
Yeah, when the show was going to sunset, we're like, yeah, you know what we'll do? We'll open up a studio and it'll be cool. And then we opened it up before we actually were, not picked up for renewal.
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
we had this
it was
place.
right before. So
Yeah.
we kind of
the illegal place.
yes, the one that
Yes.
got bulldozed. Yeah, the one that we were there. We had our first place. We were paying rent.
Fraudulent Studios,
We were
yes.
paying rent to a guy who didn't own the building anymore.
Yeah.
It was his building.
Scammy McScam.
He sold it to a conglomerate in Florida who never came to check up on it. And he represented that he still owned the building, had all the keys, had us fill out fake paperwork, I
Oh,
think.
yeah.
And we were paying him the rent still.
And he would come in and he would turn down our
the thermostat.
the thermostat. And we're like,
Like,
why? How do you get in here?
yeah, there
And
were
you
a
still
couple
had
times we were
keys.
recording and he would
Yeah.
wander in. I'm like, bro, what the hell, man?
Yeah. Do you not understand what happens when you rent something to somebody? It means you can't come in without giving, somebody some warning.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He didn't care.
He didn't give a rat's ass.
He didn't care.
I think he was like 90 and just he still wanders around the streets of Red Bank.
Boy, I was not. I had that building.
Yeah, right. Boy, that was sweet. It was so nice when I didn't have that building, but I was still collecting rent.
Collecting
Yeah.
rent.
And then one day we got this letter in the mail that said you must vacate by April 1st. We're like, what the hell
Yeah.
is this?
And we could have stayed in there and we could have made a real big problem for the guy,
yeah.
for everybody, just because
Yeah.
legally, I mean, to get somebody out in New Jersey is impossible.
Right.
So we could have been like, yeah, for $3,000 we'll get out of here.
Yeah.
We didn't. We're
Yeah,
we're not that type of people. So we got out of there, and then about 3 months later, we found this place.
Yeah.
We found it was 2 towns away from Red Bank, 10-minute drive.
Yeah. It all
And
worked out.
Everything worked out. We expanded. Now in March, we moved up 2 floors. We moved up to the deluxe apartment in the sky.
Nice.
And, yeah. So what happens in March? We get shut down. So we
Yeah.
finally move in, and the place is looking pretty spiffy.
Pretty fly, yeah. And then like you can't go in there anymore.
Can't go in there no
by
more.
order of the government. I'm like, oh
Yeah,
man.
government says you can't go in there no more. I'm
Yeah.
like, all right, great.
But yeah,
you're still paying rent.
Literally, the guy was downstairs going, "You can't go in there." No more.
like, who are you?
Yeah, seriously. And why are you wearing a Confederate flag?
Right, overall. Like, that's
Yeah.
right, the overall. But yeah. I mean, in the end, all of this kind of spawned from people coming up to us in the store or at conventions
Yeah.
going, hey, we heard your podcast. We love it. How do we start our own?
How do we start our own podcast?
And I'm like,
you got any
oh,
tips?
Yeah.
Well, like we have millions of tips, but
yeah, we don't have enough time to really
Yeah.
tell you everything. We'd give them like a 10-minute lesson.
yeah,
but
and it's like, and we were supposed to go and grab lunch when we're given the 10-minute lesson.
yeah,
It's like,
yeah. So it was like, you know, if we had a place where we could teach a legit like 2-hour class, like we run you through everything, and by the time you leave, you have a recorded episode on iTunes already. Like how cool would that be? So that's that was basically the genesis of a Shared Universe podcast studio.
Yeah, and we had some friends out in Detroit who they were starting. They went the same route that we did. You know, they got a little clubhouse. They had some fun, and then they figured, you know what? Let's do this legitimately. And they didn't have fraudulent studios. They had Legend Podcast Detroit, and we had to rename ours to a Shared Universe from Fraudulent Studios.
Yeah.
But
I think we were like, well, there's even people with podcasts, they kind of throw together a setup in their garage or their basement or their kitchen or whatever. It's like, let's have somewhere fun.
Their spare room.
Or your spin room, or and like let's make somewhere fun where you.
I like your hat collection, by the way, Steve.
Yeah. I was wondering about keeping those in the background because that actually.
Oh yeah, we saw them.
Those are two of my, when I was in the desert, the two caps, and then the fedora is actually from probably, I don't know, somewhere in the 50s. I found it at like a rummage sale and wore it through high school and wore it in high school production, and now here we are 30 years later. So actually, from the shadows behind you, it sort of looks like you took it off the corpse of Stevie Ray Vaughan. Like, oh my God!
Right, or Alfred Molina, or he never.
No, Alfred Molina did not have that good a mullet.
No,
I don't have to be the whip.
Adios, Pedro.
Yeah. So so far so good. We've been teaching classes. We've launched countless podcasts in here over the last 3 years, and the other thing we want to do is we wanted to find other podcasters around us in our community. Like we only knew of like maybe one other one at the time, and we were like, well, we can't find them. We'll build them, I guess, or we'll help them. We'll launch them, and so we kind of want to become. Anybody out there, whether they're fans, whether they're a bunch of geeks, whether they have a business, whether they have an event, we're like, hey, we want to start a podcast about this immediately without any thought, like a Bruce Lee punch to the face. That a shared universe is the first thing on my mind.
Absolutely. Or even what we're gonna start. This sounds a little weird, but it's very true. Ming did a podcast on, was it Mother's Day?
No, I mean. It was when I was home.
Okay, he was home, and he actually sat down and podcasted with his mom.
Yeah,
nice.
It's great because there's a continuity there, and that's what I'm thinking about marketing to people is have a conversation with a loved one that's still with us.
While you can.
I lost both my parents. I would give anything to just sit down for an hour with them and talk. And just find out, like, what was it like before me? What was it like for you to meet? And what was it like, back in the 50s, the 60s, the 70s? Tell me your story. So my kids and their kids can listen to this. And there's, you've got, one hand into eternity, if you want to call it that.
Yeah.
So I think that would be really cool.
That would be cool. That sounds like a really great. And I've lost sorry for your loss. I've lost both my parents as well. But it would be great. You miss them every day. So
yeah. So I got that. I did one with my dad that I haven't released yet. But and then
Father's Day is coming up.
That's true.
There you go.
And, the one I did with my dad, my mom was there. I was like, Mom, you can chime in. She's like, I did this already. I'm like, in there. She chimed in a couple of times, but she was very adamant on like, this is his story.
Oh, that's cool. But only when he was wrong. It's like, no.
When he was wrong to correct him. Yeah, but now I want to be like, well, now you're both on the hook.
All right.
So, but yeah, that was
that's cool.
That was fun. I think some of that was inspired by those those old clips from movies. Like, hi, if you're watching this, I'm dead.
Yeah.
So this is what you have to do now that I'm not here anymore. It's like let's not go that. Let's not wait till that long. Let's actually. Why not be in the "Hi, I'm dead" video with
Yeah.
me.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
like that would be even better. Yeah, like I said, continuity, one hand into eternity. Let's call it that.
right.
Sounds
Or that the Quaid video from Total Recall. I was like, hi.
Yeah.
If
Oh,
you're watching
goodness.
this, you're me.
You're me.
Yeah, you're
What's
me.
up, asshole?
Yeah, what's up? Yeah.
Get your ass to Mars.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, that was in the video, right? Get your ass to Mars.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So, um,
Get your ass to Michigan.
yeah. Anyways, we rent out the studio by the hour. We
Yeah.
teach classes. Now we do online podcasting. So, like this, like we're doing
Yeah.
right now. So you don't
Yeah.
even have to come down here and
We
podcast.
would love it if you
we-
did. We'd
yeah, we-
love you to come in, check out. We can't like spin you around, but even behind us, this is just a fraction of some of the crap
Yeah.
we've got in here. We're both pop culture. I would assume you would call us pop culture experts.
we're collectors.
When we are collectors, and we have accumulated so much stuff over the years that my wife and Ming's wife said, "Get that shit out of our houses and into someplace else."
Yeah, and we did.
And we did.
Yeah.
So here it is. And
So we come here, we appreciate it. We hope other people do too.
yeah, I think ultimately it boils down, a lot of first time people come in here or people bring in guests and they come and it's like, oh my God, is that a Golden Girls skateboard? Like I love
Yeah.
immediately. I think that puts them at ease. And
If there's not a nerddom in here represented on our walls, then you ain't liking the right stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is
You
true.
got just about everything: Ghostbusters, Jaws,
yeah,
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah.
We've got
or in some cases we'll just go and get it.
Yeah,
They're like,
sure,
well,
yeah.
it's like, hey man, you need some more Judge Dredd in there. I'm like, oh yeah, we do.
yeah. Let's
Go
get
get
some Judge Dredd.
Judge Dredd stuff, man, or
So,
whatever. Yeah.
Bring me the head of Carl Urban.
It's like, whoa,
Wait a second, hold on, buddy.
yeah.
There's only so much we can
Right.
do
How
here.
about a Carl Urban Funko Pop figure?
Oh, that we can do.
from
That
Star
worked.
Trek? Will that work?
Only if you customize it.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah. Yeah. So I think word is spreading where people really want to come down here,
Yeah.
like even if they're not in New Jersey.
Yeah.
And I think that we're trying to kind of market. And it's like, hey, if you're going to go visit the stash, great. Go buy all the Comic Book Man Kevin Smith
Mhm.
stuff you want. Then come down here and podcast about it.
Yeah, or
sure.
just
And-
come and
and-
take a tour.
And we might jump in with you. Like,
Yeah, if you're lucky.
we might jump in with you as well. So yeah, it's
There you go.
That's very cool. Well,
And
Mark is closer to you guys than I am, so
But Mark will come down, I'm sure. We're opening the markets up to other things like we were saying before about the, do come in here and do commentary
Yep.
on your favorite movies,
Yep.
favorite TV show. Boom. And there's not enough of those out there.
Right.
Like the Better Off Dead Minute or the
Oh my God, there's
Yeah.
so many movies that I can't
that
wait
you
to talk
should-
about.
There's so many that we have to do.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I plan on. I actually had to take time off because I've been working since like mid-April. So now, everybody's coming back. I could actually take a vacation.
Yeah,
So-
well, good. So I mean, doors will be open.
Yeah.
For you.
come on
I
down.
can
and
come down at the end of August. So if
we'll
that's
do the
possible.
commentary on Road to Perdition.
Yeah, we could, or whatever movie you want to do, or we could just podcast. But
Yeah.
that would be awesome.
Yeah, and you got the boardwalk too, right?
No.
That was a pop up space.
That was a pop-up
we had
space.
to
That was
make way
pop-up
for-
space. Okay.
We had to make way for people with deeper pockets who could
Yeah.
afford
17 million dollars a month rent.
beachside, highly desirable
Yeah.
property. We're not quite there yet, but
No, we're getting there.
we'll
but
get there one day.
But you still have
Oh, yeah.
conventions you could do something for.
Oh yeah, when
Ming,
those-
Ming, I know you actually spoke to Ben Beck, who's head of the podcast network that this podcast is on, which is Next Level.
yeah,
And he's talked to you about Phenomicon.
yes, yeah. Let's do it. We should have a whole gathering of GOP, the gathering of podcasters, or whatever.
we're
Yeah.
there.
I think we have a GOP already. We can't steal that, I guess.
Yeah, you kidding? Like they're doing anything
Yeah,
good with
that's
it.
true. We'll figure it out. The GOC, the gathering of casters. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out. Yeah, I would love to have like a whole podcast, like festival or podcast alley, over there for sure.
Yeah. And I suggest you contact Ben for the fact that they're looking to do it online now.
Oh yeah.
So,
Like everything, we've been doing this for the last 12, 15 weeks.
Yeah.
So we're
yeah,
Very
exactly.
comfortable with this
it's amazing.
format.
Yeah, and I'm glad that you guys kept going as well. So
Yeah, congratulations.
great.
Thanks
100
again.
episodes. It's
It beats
amazing.
the stain.
Yeah.
But do you have any podcast recommendations that you want to offer, or anything that you want to plug? Based, obviously you talked about a shared universe, but maybe you could tell our listeners where they can go if they are interested in going to and getting into podcasting.
I'll tell them where they can go.
Turn it down a little bit. These are
I know they're nice people.
These are supposed to be customers, dude. Turn it down a little bit.
I know.
If you want to have as much fun as we did,
Yeah, we had a
right
blast.
now, go to ashareduniverse.com. We can literally set you up in 5 minutes to have as much fun as we did, arguing about pop culture, talking about toys, talking about comics.
You're wrong.
No, you're wrong.
No, you're wrong.
No, you're wrong. Bam. That's a podcast.
That's a podcast.
That's a podcast. ashareduniverse.com. ashareduniverse on every social media platform. Rates are very inexpensive. And then you can do like you guys did. You can book me and Mike to be on your podcast.
Yeah.
For
How
the
awesome
cost
would
of a
that be?
couple beers in New York City, man. Like
Pretty
that's
much.
No, oh my God, that's so expensive.
yeah,
It is.
Now, yeah. Try to buy a beer in New York City.
yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Mm.
For
Definitely.
sure. And usually I would promote upcoming con appearances and things like that, but there are none.
There are
and
none.
which is good and bad. But
Things
Good.
like I'll be hanging out in my garage later on tonight.
yeah,
so
or here I don't. This is
other
the
stuff-
this
yeah,
is
this
the
is pretty much our
this is
garage.
cooler than a garage,
Yeah,
man.
it is.
for sure.
Yeah.
If you want to swing by the studio and take a quick tour.
Oh yeah, anytime. Yeah,
Someone is usually here. If not, just get in touch with us. It's info at a shared universe.
Yeah, podcasts. I listen to all the ones on the Smodcast Network, of course. I recently became a fan of The Office, the TV show, and two of the cast members have started their own podcast where they break down each episode, and I was like, what a great idea! This is what this format is meant for.
Yeah.
Take
Mm.
all the
Office
TV
ladies, Office Ladies with Jenna Fisher and Angela Kinsey. I love that podcast.
They're great, and they really dig deep. They do research. It's a real show, but it's a couple of people, they never podcasted before this, and I love it. I think it's great. I think every TV show, whether it's a new show or an older show, like the cast members should get together and record a podcast, and they should do it through us. But
They should.
Yeah.
And I'm a huge fan of Mystery Science Theater 3000. I don't know if there are any other people who enjoy.
Oh, I loved it.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
Might be one or two out there.
There is a podcast called The Flophouse, and it's two guys who write for The Daily Show and one guy who's a bartender and is their friend. I think I forget what Stu's real deal is, but he was a bartender. So, but they're very funny. They watch a movie and they review it, and it's usually a really crappy movie. And I go back and I watch it because I do like watching really, really crappy movies because they're so much fun to skewer.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
No, what was it? What was it? Oh God. He had one. Oh man, it was so bad.
It was that bad.
It was so, but it had such a great cast. Sicilian Vampire, I think. Sicilian Vampire. You get a chance.
You said it all.
It
What
is-
more do you need to
Oh
know
my
about
God.
that?
It was filmed in Canada, in Toronto.
Yeah.
And it was supposed to be like Staten Island, so it
Ah.
was great. and, oh my God. And he gets bitten by a bat. That they open up a box of bananas and it flies and bites the guy.
Oh, like the rat that ran out of the
Yes,
Steve
much
Austin.
like
yeah,
that.
yeah,
But yeah, I know.
Happened
Way to
to
bring it
everyone.
full circle.
yeah, yeah, totally.
So yeah,
Exactly.
Sicilian Vampire, awful movie.
All right. Well, thank you guys for doing this.
Congratulations,
Thank you.
gentlemen.
Here's to another 100 episodes,
Yeah.
guys, and
Thank you.
congratulations to you guys. You guys deserve all the credit.
Yeah,
man.
seriously, book us for your number 200.
Oh yeah, we'll be here.
Absolutely. Definitely. All right. Cool. Thank you guys. Well, thanks to Ming, Chen, and Michael Zapcic for the interview. And that was our interview with the comic book men from AMC. Thank you, panelers, for listening and watching, and we'll see you on the next panel. Good night, everybody.